Yo, welcome to the video. I did the McGraw Hill marketing simulation, and my name is Kev Gear. I did a backpack for outdoor enthusiasts, and it took me a while to get to that decision because I was not having a lot of success with other segments.
Let's get into it. So my last quarter was okay. I went positive. I am Kev Gear. So this bracket right here. I went positive by about $3,000. Net profit, $253. We're graded based on our mark compared to others. So someone here made $14,000. I did not make $14,000, so my grade is obviously going to reflect how poorly I did compared to that. That's okay though. Yeah, I sold quite a few units compared to my other competitors, and revenue-wise, I was the second highest. So I was successful in some areas, but not all the time in others. I also did decent in the product satisfaction, so that's good to hear. Let's check out the reports. So I did all right. Not very good in the gross profit section. Gross margins, still not very excellent, bottom of the curve. I ended up being slightly above my starting balance, which is all right. I went better than breaking even, but it was not worth the time and effort if it was a real business. Total units sold, I sold the third most out of my quadrant. My unit price was quite high, but I was making expensive backpacks. Yeah, so it went all right. Okay, let's go to my backpack. So I went, when I originally started, I was trying to focus on the university students as well as the outdoor enthusiasts, because I thought they both want a medium or large capacity backpack with lots of comfort and preferably something that's durable so they won't be having to spend money all the time. And that was going all right, but then I noticed that my competitor over here, East-West, was going solely into outdoor, and that was not okay with me. So I decided to go fully into the commuters, and that didn't work out very well. I'm not exactly sure the reason for that, but I didn't have many distributors at the time. I ended up going to the urban commuters after that. So after doing these two segments, I went over to the urban commuters, and there was no success there. So that led me to going back to the outdoor enthusiasts, which were my most profitable segment overall, and that's what I stuck with. So if we look at this tower in the middle, it has everything that we need to know about our progress. So total sales, not like drastically less sales than the last term. I have increased my marketing spending and with little profit return, even though the people that are supposed to be on my team, like the computer generated responses, they're telling me to increase my marketing, and it's just not working. So yeah, my total revenue had gone down. Like in this last chunk here, just not really hitting it at all. So let's check out my yearly report. Yeah, I'm just in negatives, to be honest. With great disdain, I was able to get a massive 26%. So I would like to take a look at my position map, because it has a lot of indicators to where I was placing myself and how that derived my success. So obviously, I'm doing it. I did outdoor commuters from the later stage in the simulation. So I wanted high capacity. Comfort wasn't as big of a deal to them. They wanted just higher capacity and durability as well. I wanted to be a good competitor in a waterproof game, so I always made it waterproof. And I scored highly in eco-friendliness, because, let me explain. They don't care very much about eco-friendly products, but I am selling to other distributors. And I'm not exclusively trying to sell to the outdoor enthusiasts. I'm deriving small portions of sales from university, luxury, school, children, and urban commuters. So having an eco-friendly material was what I wanted, because it's better than the synthetic material and cheaper than the advanced material. So initially, I decided to have a very, very basic backpack. So I believe I did eco-friendly material, but I had no features and basic straps and this square shape. The reason was because I was going to slowly develop my product over time within my industry or my segment and make it better so that there are reoccurring purchases, people coming back. I was changing my segment around too frequently, and I wasn't able to solidify myself. So if I were to do this again, I would stick with one segment. The price of my backpack has drastically changed over the entire time that I've been working on this simulation. So I started out very, very cheap. I think it was like $50. It's cheap in terms of the outdoor commuter backpacks, which are normally like $80 to $90. And yeah, that's because I was trying to hit other segments to see which one was grabbing on more. And as I increased my quality of product, so did the price. So that went up. But I wanted to keep it at this $80 range because I'm hitting 4 different channels besides the direct outlet. And that was something I really valued, is having high exposure to my customers. Originally, when I was starting the simulation, I was going for the university students and the outdoor enthusiasts with a little bit of the urban commuters. So in terms of sales channels, I really was going with the university store and investing into that. And I slowly turned away from it. But the online discount retailer was never an option for me because my price point was too low. Eventually, I sorted it out and managed to get a $6 profit on each sale that I make there. Department stores, didn't really use those too much, but the high-end outdoor retailer has been something I've utilized since the beginning of my simulation. So initially, when I was trying to market and propose things to excel the awareness of my product, I was trying to do some campaigns like internet social media because I did that in the practice round, and that was very successful. I did that here, and it drastically failed. Like I lost so much money so fast, and it wasn't looking good. So I decided to change my points of sale. So online news was a big one. Social media is what I was referring to. I thought social media had a lot of promise. Apparently not in the simulation, but in real life, yes. My positioning has changed drastically too. Originally, I was going for high quality, tough, lightweight, and I believe eco-friendly. And that just wasn't really resonating with the outdoor commuters as much as these 3 positioning points. I would say that my first quarter and or my second quarter were my best quarters. I'm the orange line here. And yeah, there's just a big spike to begin with. And it's slowly starting to increase. I believe if I followed through with the simulation for maybe an extra 2 or 3 rounds, I would have drastically improved my standing, like at least 3rd place instead of 4th place within my cluster. Yeah, so my sales were good, and I was making agreeable adjustments in terms of what, yeah, just marketing and what segment I was choosing, because that was the point when I was narrowing it down a bit more. My most challenging cluster is one of great disdain. It is the last quarter. Just to briefly explain it, let's go to quarterly. Change in this last quarter. I was normally making 24,000 a month. That changed to less than 4,000. Yeah, my gross margin -1%. So it was not a very successful last quarter. My competitors had a very, very large monopoly over the children as well as the luxury department. So I knew those 2 were not something I should jump into, even though my competitors were having great results with it. Yeah, I would say that my competitors have had some pretty exponential like changes. Like they're one of the worst quarters for this. Troy and Taylor was number 8. They went from 100, like almost a 400 unit sale change. Yeah, so I would say around 8 was some big changes. Like the Troy and Taylor was hurting a little. And yeah, let's see, net profit. It seems like most of the major production changes and profitability scored was turn 4, was my competitor's best round. There was many occasions where I was trying to compete with my competitor for the outdoor product. In East West, I could see that they were developing a larger and sturdier backpack while I was still slowly developing mine. And I didn't have the patience to continue to slowly improve my product to get that smaller client base that eventually grows through word of mouth or whatever the system uses. So yeah, I just went big, and it was a downfall. So I got played by myself because I saw my competitors were making changes. What I will do from what I've learned in the simulation is change my approach to how well the market declines price. I was shooting so low with my price before, and one of my classmates had mentioned to me that they were going for a higher price, and they saw the price that I was at, and they were like, "Why are you doing that? It's a game. They're probably gonna pay for that." So valuing my product as much as it's worth instead of as much as I would pay for it, because I'm a stingy guy. I like a good deal. So the main thing to take away is that this is a challenging simulation, and I'm happy that I got to do it.